Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Mention. I thought I come and say hello to speak about this ascension process that is ongoing, this transcendental energy lift that the whole planet is going through, although there is very few people that are partaking on a conscious level just yet. I'm going to pull a few cards to see for this new moon in Gemini. See if we can offer guidance for the situation. Is wonderful. It is wealth. For there is a great deal of potentially manifestation of wealth. It is riches. So it's about this great change that will open this great deal of doors towards freedom. What goes around the situation is purification. For we as we tune into this abundance, we want to purify ourselves. For not everybody needs to be completely pure, but we need to always purify ourselves a little bit each day, so that we can get rid of all kinds of baggages. What we see before us is the energy, is the card number 1. For we are one energy. We came into this world of duality, but in essence we are one, and so this is all about becoming the master of our own energy. What we see in our subconscious, our deep past, is resting. We've been able to rest and relax, and now we are moving into new potential. There's potentiality. What comes to us in the near future is righteousness. Droiture. It's about not to be say I know more than anybody else, but it's about aligning to that which is true for us within ourselves, and that which is in the highest integrity. So there is a greater alignment that is coming. What our strength in the situation is intuition. We are able to open our intuitive mind, being able to follow more our intuition. What comes to us from the outside world is nothing short of destiny. We are here to fulfill this destiny, and it is calling us from outside, and so we'll respond to the call. What we see in our hopes and fear, in our inner emotion, is healing. And the outcome is happiness. Happiness is a choice. It's a personal choice, that everything, in every way, in every day, in every way, we have to find ways to increase our level of happiness. As Plato says, happiness comes through virtue. It does not come through vice. Vice brings pleasure, but happiness. So we have to have a balancing things, and choosing happiness as the main core of our existence, to be in gratitude. I love my life. I love life. I love my life. I love and put love and joy into everything we do. So it is a choice. For it is like I'm going to share a few thoughts that are very quite both material and spiritual. I'm just using this platform to communicate ideas, and there is this great cosmic clock that's been ringing, and so but we've been like turning it off and say, well, we have this resistance to it. We said, no, we want to sleep, and for a long time there were shutters on the window, so we can turn off the clock and then continue to sleep. But now the shutters have been gone, so we turn off the clock of awakening but the sun is coming up, so we have no choice but awakening. So we're trying to pull the veil over our illusion, the bed sheets of illusion over our eyes, so that we can continue to sleep. But the veils is becoming shorter and shorter, and we can no longer put this veil over our eyes. Whatever we've come into realization in our consciousness, we can never go backwards. It is like a Pandora's box. Knowledge and wisdom and all the understanding of this awakening is like, once it's discovered, we can no longer put a veil on our consciousness. So we have to move forward as much as possible, not to go back, to turn backwards. So it's like, although the past has a tendency to force us to look backwards, but when we look backwards, we are forced to relive the past. So it is always better to move forward. Understanding the show is over. It's been going on for 26,000 years, but the show is over. We don't drop the mask, the costumes. It is like the final stage for this 3D reality. And we spent 26,000 years. We created amazing illusions in duality, in separation, and to have all kinds of experience. It was really hard to create this separation, and now it's really hard to return to unity. But there is a great deal of we're gaining a lot of experiences and wisdom. For we have to connect to our guides and angels, to ask questions, to ask them for their ear and support. We have to engage them and ask for proof if you need. For spirit will respond. On a more earth stage level, I was really happy to see that there is a great deal of ecological awakening in the political parties, so to speak. And but it's not by making laws that we're going to change the climate. We can make a law that it's going to rain all day in the Sahara, or make a laws that it's going to be tropical in Siberia. It's not going to happen. It's not by making laws or making taxes that will change the climate. What we have to do is stop the environmental destruction and the industrial pollution. For there is also a little party in France that's called for it's like PETA, it's like it became a political party for the defense of animal, and he had 500,000 votes. So it's quite amazing that this awakening in terms of treating well animals. I hope that they also come into consideration of the treatment of trees. For trees are not product of that we can just we kill trees without a single second thought about it, but they are really they're real living beings, and in a sense our planet is lacking in oxygen, so we should the deforestation is greatly instrumental in this lack of oxygen, as well as the pollution of the ocean. So we have to we're becoming more aware. And so it is, but all those political ideas are necessary to be confronted in order to come to a resolution. They will come to that. In Europe, the great difficulties in the European Union to create this cohesion whole is that there is so many languages that are being spoken. It is like the Babel Tower. We can't, and even with translator, we don't speak the same language, so we have different culture. In America, when they federalize, like they wanted to do in Europe, they have one single language that they all speak the same language. So it was possible, and it is possible to federalize, to become, to fuse our culture with other countries that have shared the same language. But even small countries like Catalonia or even Corsica that have their own language, they want their independence. For all culture goes through the language, and so we have to wait that eventually there will be a global there will be a language that will be introduced that will bridge all languages, that will create a global culture. For now, English is the easiest way. It's an easy language so it is the new Latin. If we're living in the Renaissance, the people who spoke Latin were access to all the culture. Now it's like English is this new language. By the time of the Roman, it was the Greek language. So, but we're moving forward each and every day. So it's important to give, to be generous and give, but only give when you feel abundant. If you're going to give something but you feel like you're deprived by giving, don't give. Don't create this abundance first, then give, and don't expect anything in return when you give. The physical body is like this battleground. It's like it's a territory for the battleground between the ego and the soul. And when the ego becomes too dominant and the soul has lost too much place, the illness comes into place to refocalize the soul to reintegrate the soul plan. So it is important to make peace within ourselves and to allow as much as possible the soul to become dominant within ourselves, which is the highest good. For this idea of purgatory, hell, and heaven is an invention of the religion. There is nothing to fear about that, to fear about death, to fear. For there is only the astral plane. If somebody has lived a really dark life, then when he dies, it doesn't reach the point where it's like his soul can be reconstituted, so they stay as ghosts. But even then, it's only for a time. We want to free all those who are stuck. Eventually, there's going to be a dispensation where all those who are stuck in those lower planes will be freed up. But they're really nothing they're just vampires of energy. That's all they do, is they continue their programs that they were doing on the earth, but on the astral planes. And so, but it's nothing to worry about. And it's just connect to the light, so that there is no. The more we can raise our consciousness in the frequency of the fourth dimension of the astral plane, the more the better our life becomes. It means to make positive dream, positive expectation, positive to breathe, so that we can bring positivity into our life. The oxygen is the fuel that assists us in bringing positive energy into our physical body. And sometimes we do not want to go to look back as much as possible, to always look forward. But sometimes we're gonna repeat the past. The history has been a long succession of repetition of events. But now we're creating new. We're creating something completely new. There is no way to turn to the past and realize what we need to do in the future. Although everything we know is all about the past. Everything I said, even from the beginning of this video, is already in the past. When we see something coming from the media, it is projecting something from the past. Things have changed since they shot that and presented. So everything goes really fast. So we want to live in the present, in the surrounder of the present, the moment, as much as possible, understanding that the past is like it is inevitable, it is always there, but it's about creating blank canvases, moving into a quantum state of being where we can leap into new world, new reality, for we are creating something completely new. We are the shift, we are part of the shift, and so we came here to do that. Because all study, analysis, understandings, they all come from our from our analysis of the past. They come from, but they can't reveal the future. Only God knows the future. Soul knows the future. So that's why we want to tune into that higher frequency and allow our soul and our spirit and our guides to reveal this future that is most wanted for us, so that we can co-create it. And letting go of all series and prediction, for there is really no way to make series or prediction that will be accurate, because the time are shifting so fast. For we love the illusions we have created, we love them, that's why we created them, but now we have to trust. The ego is really attached to those illusions. We have to trust that the truth that will replace the illusions will be far better than any of those old illusions, for we do no longer have the choice. We've been awakened, and so now we have no choice. We have to move forward with trust and faith, and to find joy as much as possible, to include love and joy into any little things that we do, as well as the big things. And I hope this message was interesting for you. I just came to send greetings on this Sunday. The highest wisdom for us today is to face our fear, to address our fear. Once we give a name to our fear, we identify them, they lose their power. We are able to identify them, and then we'll find the trees, we'll find growth, we'll be able to grow. What we need to understand is the mother, is how to nurture ourselves, to love ourselves, to be comforted within the energy of the great mother of the earth. What we need to do is health. We need to do whatever we can to improve our health, the health of our physical body. It can be mental, emotional, but physical as well. And the outcome is the galactic, is reconnection to the fifth and sixth dimension, our galactic self, which is a great being of divine light. We're going to ascend into this newness, but we have to die from the old state in order to be reborn each and every day into a new state, so that we don't have to do that every lifetime. We can do that psychologically, ask for to be dead and reborn every morning into a new self, a higher self, a more integrated self. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. This painting behind me is about the Milky Way galaxy at the center, and it's the super universe of Orvonton, a celestial with Uversa at the center, the 10 major sectors. Each major sector is connected to 100 minor sectors, and each minor sector is connected to 100 local universe, and each local universe is connected to about 10 million inhabited planet, or up to 10 million, for we only have 6 million inhabited planet in our own star cloud of Nebadon, for it is a young universe that we inhabit. So it's a celestial painting. I really like it. It's pretty. It's very flowery. It's got this organic energy that's like growing. For the universe, is a growing energy, a growing organism. That's multi-dimensional, and this addresses the higher planes, the celestial planes. And this is a cardboard, and there is like this sculpture person here and in the room, and there's this cosmological painting. Well, I finished with a song. It was Mother's Day, so I don't know why this song popped in. It's just a bit a political song about there is a bit of frustration, but I do like the Pink Floyd. It's called Mother. Mother, do you think they'll drop the bomb? Mother, do you think they'll like this song? Mother, do you think they'll try to break my balls? Mother, should I build a wall? Mother, should I run for president? Mother, should I trust the government? Mother, will they put me in a firing line? Mother, is it just a waste of time? Hush now, baby, baby, don't you cry. Mother's gonna take all your nightmares come true. Mother's gonna put all her fears into you. Mother's gonna keep you right here under her wing. She won't let you fly, but she might let you sing. Mama's gonna keep baby cozy and warm. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Of course, Mama's gonna build a wall. Mother, do you think she's good enough to me? Mother, do you think she's dangerous to me? Mother, will she tear your little boy apart? Mother, will she break my heart? Hush now, baby, baby, don't you cry. Mama's gonna check out all your girlfriends for you. Mama won't let anyone dirty get through. Mama's gonna wait up until you get in. Mama will always find out where you've been. Mama's gonna keep baby healthy and clean. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. You'll always be baby to me. Mother, did it need to be so high? A really nice song. All the songs of Pink Floyd are very much about addressing this conditioning, all the conditioning that we have to they were very, I think, very forward-looking in presenting all those darker aspects of this dark matrix, in hoping that humanity will catch up, will eventually find themselves and find a way out of this cavern of Plato. Well, I wanted to come and say hello. Wish you a wonderful day, a wonderful Sunday. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and I'll return to you shortly. Thank you very much. Namaste.